life in a name, looking for the beast that's setting me to flame. Folks said, boy, you're chasing smoke, but I saw its eyes in the chapel cloak. 6 dead men in the preacher's hall, all of them grinning, none of them tall. I lit a torch with a bloodstained prayer, but evil don't burn fair. The devil don't take strangers, only kin that bleed like sin. He don't deal in danger, just the kind that lives within. You can ride with fire, you can choke on grace, but once he knows your face, you ain't a stranger anymore. Attracted west past the salt flat line, through ghost towns gutted and silver mines. Shot it twice with a cross carved round it, laughed and vanished into the ground. Woke next night with my hands on fire, teeth grown sharp and a fever high. Saw my face in the water sheen, it grinned back cold and mean. The devil don't take strangers, only kin that bleed like sin. On deal in danger, just the kind that lives within. You can ride with fire, you can choke on grace, but once he knows your face, you ain't a stranger anymore. Now I hunt by moonlight's curse, worse than the thing I chased at first. Town to town I spread that flame, no more peace, just my name. The devil don't take strangers, he makes you one of his own. No home, no prayer, no savior, just the sound of skin and bone. You can bury the light, but he'll still see, 'cause now that thing is me. Yeah, now that thing is me. Don't follow the trail, don't speak the name. I already did, and nothing's the same. Rust in the bars, rot in the bone, chains on my hands, skin to the stone. I used to ride like thunder broke, now I talk to flies and cough up smoke. They gave me time, but I gave them hell. Wrote my name in the bottom of a well. They say every man gets one last plea, but no one rides for me. No boots on the trail, no torch in the dark, no woman weeping with a shattered heart. Just me and the walls and what I can't outrun. 1,000 sins and an empty gun. I was the storm, now I'm just a breeze. And no one rides for me. My brother died last fall, gun in his hand, back to the wall. Guess that curse just passed us down, from whiskey prayers to blood-soaked ground. Told myself I'd burn out clean, but you don't get grace in a guillotine. The wind don't whisper, the sky don't see, and no one rides for me. No boots boots on the trail, no torch in the dark, no woman weeping with a shattered heart. Just me and the walls and what I can't outrun. 1,000 sins and an empty gun. I was the storm, now I'm just debris. And no one rides for me. Tell the preacher I lied, I made peace with the rope. It's the silence I mind. No boots on the trail, no cross at my gate. Just a name they forgot and a twisted fate. Let the buzzard circle, let the jailer be. This is the price when you ride for greed. Don't light no candle, don't plant no tree. 'Cause no one rides for me. Not a soul rides for me. Midnight's cold wrapped tight round me. Dust on the trail goes in the breeze. Hung 3 men by my own hand. Didn't ask why, I just followed the brand. Now their boots swing in my mind. Every creek bed hides their cries. Sheriff said justice don't weep, but the gallows don't sleep. And I ride with the noose in the mirror, past the bones of a life grown meaner. Their eyes still shine in the desert heat. I buried them deep, but they won't keep every mile they claw at my feet. 'Cause the gallows don't sleep. Grin said truth don't hide in the bottle of sin. She kissed me slow, then drew a blade, cut my palm, said now you're paid. Told me death don't carry a badge, just rides behind with a rusted latch. I look back once, ain't dead since. He's gaining ground and he smells like flint. And I ride with the noose in the mirror, past the bones of a life grown meaner. Their eyes still shine in the desert heat. I buried them deep, but they won't keep every mile they claw at my feet. 'Cause the gallows don't sleep. Saddlebag, just lead in a map drawn on a flag. I ain't afraid of hell below. It's the road I carved that won't let go. And I ride with my sins like anchors, written in blood with no erasers. Their voices crawl through the canyon steep. I whisper their names, but I can't speak. You can run, but the past runs deep. And the gallows don't sleep. They swing, they sing, and they never sleep. Gallows where they hung the last good man, on a hill of bones, dry wind and sand. I ride out there when the sky turns black, lay my coat down, never look back. Ain't no God where the ravens cry, just silence waiting to testify. Where the vultures land, I sleep upright, with one eye open through the longest night. The wind don't talk, the stars don't shine, just me and the guilt I left behind. No mercy here, just dust and brand, where the vultures land. I killed a man for stealing bread, another for the words he said. I wear their names in a crooked line, tattooed deep into my spine. A judge once said I'd hang by dawn, but the rope snapped and I rode on. Where the vultures land, I sleep upright, with one eye open through the longest night. The wind don't talk, the stars don't shine, just me and the guilt I left behind. No mercy here, just dust and brand, where the vultures land. Now I don't beg and I don't run, just wait for the cold or a slower gun. Some nights I think I see their eyes, the men I left in shallow lies. But they don't speak and I don't stand, we know what waits in vulture land. Where the vultures land, I'll make my bed, under blood-red skies and things unsaid. No gravestone, no blessed hand, just bones and boots and shifting sand. I ain't forgiven, but I understand, where the vultures land. Empty saddle on a midnight plain, wind whips dust from shattered dreams. I'm a stranger with a faded name, chasing ghosts beside broken beams. Once I swore to guard her grace, but the frontier's cold turned me away. Now all regrets through empty space, with a heart that's pledged the devil's play. Every mile the guilt grows loud, shadows gather where hope once stood. On rust and redemption road I ride, hauling iron and memories load. I sold my honor for a borrowed pride, now I'm bound to reap what I've sowed. On rust and redemption road I fall, chasing mercy beyond these walls. rusted gate I find a notice nailed to wood. A boy's plea lies dry with hate, says I left his father drowned in blood. I grit my teeth and mount my steed, the horizon bleeds with bones of sin. I'll face the past for this boy's need, though the mark I wear feels deep within. He asks for justice, cold and plain, but my own clemency's the true terrain. On rust and redemption road I ride, hauling iron and memories load. I sold my honor for a borrowed pride, now I'm bound to reap what I've sowed. On rust and redemption road I fall, chasing mercy beyond these walls. I cross a river churned with flame, where bodies drift like broken reeds. I see his father's eyes in shame and feel the hammer of my own misdeeds. One shot rings out, earth trembles low. I drop my gun and lift my hands. Redemption lies in letting go, even if I never stand again. Redemption road I ride, hauling iron and memories load. I sold my honor for a borrowed pride, now I'm bound to reap what I've sowed. On rust and redemption road I fall, chasing mercy beyond these walls. Desert rain, I seek atonement on this pain. On rust and redemption road, where broken souls remain. Rails, a pale horizon laced with torn regret. I rode that night, my heart in chains, to face a truth I can't forget. The wind blew cold through broken boards, where love once bloomed in summertime. Now shadows haunt those silent walls, and memories taste like bitter wine. There's blood on the barn floor, tainted red and dry. A promise shattered by a desperate lie. No prayers can wash these stains away. I lost my soul that lonesome day. There's blood on the barn floor, no place left to hide. She stood by lantern's trembling light, with tear-stained cheeks and trembling hands. I offered her a half-hearted truth, but lies fell faster than grains of sand. Her body shook with silent screams as I confessed to what I'd done. She dropped to knees in blister dust, her final breath still stained by sun. There's blood on the barn floor, tainted red and dry. Promise shattered by desperate lie. No prayers can wash these stains away. I lost my soul that lonesome day. There's blood on the barn floor, no place left to hide. Now every dawn feels colder still. I wander fences lined with rust. The crows pick bones where hope once lived, and trust is buried in dirt and dust. I spend my nights behind metal bars, counting shadows on the wall. With every creak the hinges moan like ghosts recalling my downfall. There's blood on the barn floor, tainted red and dry. A promise shattered by a desperate lie. No prayers can wash these stains away. I lost my soul that lonesome day. There's blood on the barn floor, no place left to hide. I hear her voice in midnight's hush, a whisper carried on the wind. No whiskey pour can numb this pain. My sins remain where truth begins. There's blood on the barn floor, and that's where it'll stay. A bitter mark I'll bear till my dying day. Headlights cut through desert haze, tires screaming on worn-out steel. Heartbeat pounds in fevered ways, chasing ghosts I can't conceal. Dust and regret coat my bones, no redemption in my veins. Every mile I ride alone, fueling fury fueled by pain. Memories sting like barbed wire barbs. Truth dissolves in whiskey smoke. On broken Spur highway I ride, leaving all I love behind. No heaven waits a dawn's pale light, just shadows and a fractured mind. On broken Spur highway I run, with no chance to turn around. Cause once you trade your mercy for fire, only ashes mark the ground. And still tremble from cold regret. Warm leather grips the wheel so tight. The road whispers its warning, yet I'm too far gone to make it right. A rear view mirror show her face, tears I never let her see. And now I'm trapped in this lonesome race, prisoner of what used to be. Echoes of a promise torn on me through this midnight ride. On broken Spur highway I ride, leaving all I love behind. No heaven waits a dawn's pale light, just shadows in a fractured mind. On broken Spur highway I run, with no chance to turn around. Cause once you trade your mercy for fire, only ashes mark the ground. Engine roars like a caged-in beast, dragging guilt along for the trip. Every curve's a chance for release, but I tighten my own iron grip. Street signs blur in neon glare, tales of mercy fade to black. No prayer left, no soul to spare, I'm the wreckage on this track. Fists unclenched but wounds run deep, restless nights won't let me be. I vow the secret I'll forever keep, locked behind my misery. On broken Spur highway I ride, leaving all I love behind. No heaven waits a dawn's pale light, just shadows and a fractured mind. On broken Spur highway I run, with no chance to turn around. Cause won't you trade your mercy for fire?
crawls over cracked boards of my old home, where her laughter used to drift like warm dust in air. Now broken planks whisper of regret I can't outrun. Echoes of regret hang heavy where shadows glare. Her memory's a wound that bleeds into every breath. I trace her vanished smile in the grain of splintered walls. The wind picks up embers of what she was to me, a promise turned to ash when darkness took its toll. I'm a hollow man with a heart of rust, walking roads where sorrow never sleeps. I carry all the weight of a shattered trust, and every step reminds me she's 6 feet deep. No star can guide me out of this dust. There's a pit by the old well where I buried more than bones. I buried hope and mercy and every honest plea. Slim reeds quiver like ghosts in the pale night haze, morning songs of ruin strung out on a dying breeze. The barn door creaks like a warning to the lost. I stare into its gloom for answers long undone. Each splintered beam recalls the day I let her go, left her with a lie and I made her my own undone. I'm a hollow man with a heart of rust, walking roads where sorrow never sleeps. I carry all the weight of a shattered trust, and every step reminds me she's 6 feet deep. No star can guide me out of this dust. If I could turn back time, I'd scrape the crimson stain from my weary hands and the blood on my soul. I'd trade this empty sky for one last sunrise, one last chance to make her heart whole. Now crows pick at secrets I can't forget. Their calling cuts deeper than any blade. I'm chained to this land by a debt unpaid. Each dawn I rise to haunt the role I played. A dog's distant howl is the one thing left to hear, like grief's own plea echoing through barren plains. I whisper her name into the dark night air, hoping it'll reach her beyond these chains. I'm a hollow man with a heart of rust, walking roads where sorrow never sleeps. I carry all the weight of a shattered trust, and every step reminds me she's 6 feet deep. No star can guide me out of this dust. So I'll keep wandering till my bones give in, a ghost beneath the pale moon's hush. Dust and hollow promise, my only kin in this unforgiven, broken brush. Town on a late fall wind, hooves kicking up dust of regret. Old men stared from their whiskey-worn grins as I passed the place she'd last been met. Her letters lie torn in my coat pocket, words of promise now stained and torn. I chased my pride down a crooked locket and left her lying all alone. Barbed wire and broken bones, that's all this life has shown. No light to guide me home, lost where the heart has flown. Barbed wire
the saloon door swung on a creak of doom, fiddle crying in minor key. I spotted her face beyond the stale perfume, but shame kept me from setting her free. She stood by his side in a black tarnished dress, two shadows dancing in neon glow. I swallowed my pride and confessed my mess, but his fist told her what she'd already known. Barbed wire and broken bones, that's all this life has shown. No light to guide me home, lost where the heart has flown. Barbed wire and broken bones, I'll carry this weight alone. My reflection tells me I'm a stranger now, scarred by the choices I've made. Every glance in the mirror, an outlaw's vow. Every dawn, a debt never paid. I found her name carved on a splintered post outside an old wind-battered barn. A single rose lay where she mattered most. No guard to warn me, no reborn. I dropped to my knees among shattered boards, felt sorrow pierce me like a knife. Her voice in the wind was my only accord, singing requiem for a wasted life. Barbed wire and broken bones, that's all this life has shown. No light to guide me home, lost where the heart has flown. Barbed wire and broken bones, I'll carry this weight alone. So if you ride through this dust-choked land and see my shadow at the gate, know these hands once held her hand, but I arrived too late. Barbed wire and broken bones, that's where my heart still roams.
In Black Hollow town, laughter spilled from the ridge on down. Kids would chase fireflies past the well, for the wind turned sharp and the sky went pale. One by one the voices fell, like someone flipped a switch to hell. Now all that's left is a name I swore, but Black Hollow ain't there no more. Just know the ground still bleeds from the war. I saw her eyes in the firelight glow. She said, "You brought this, now reap what you sow." Wrote a curse in a language lost, bound it tight with a widow's cross. Told her I'd kill to turn back time. Didn't know she'd take that line. Now the moon won't rise, the sun won't pour, and Black Hollow ain't there no more. Just know the ground still bleeds from the war. Some things you bury keep scratching at the lid, and when the debt comes due, it don't care what you did. I ride with ghosts I can't name, burned out love, hollow shame. No map, no trail, no distant shore, just me and the weight of what came before. Black Hollow's gone, but I hear it roar. Born in a church with a broken bell, Mama screamed when the shadow fell. Daddy drank till his teeth turned black, said, son, the devil's never far off track. Old hounds howl when I pass by, something in me just ain't right. They buried Granddad with a loaded gun. He said the curse don't die with one. Blood on the boots, fire in the veins, name on a stone that the rain can't change. Crosses burn where my kin once prayed. I ain't running, I was born this way. You can blame the smoke or blame the flame, but hell runs in the family name. Cousin lit a match in a preacher's barn, said he saw God with a snake for an arm. Auntie hung a Bible from a noose, said ain't no saving what the Lord cut loose. Folks don't talk when the wind turns cold, just lock their doors and grip their souls. I ride at night with my head held low, carving sins in the canyon stone. Blood on the boots, fire in the veins, name on a stone that the rain can't change. Crosses burn where my kin once prayed. I ain't running, I was born this way. You can blame the smoke or blame the flame, but hell runs in the family name. Ain't no light at the end for us, just ash and bone and black and dust. They say a man can change his fate, but not when his soul's been passed down late. Blood on the boots, fire in the veins, dig me a grave where the devil sang. Crosses fall where the truth
choose a fire, you just let her walk in it.
Heard you buried me on a Sunday night. No stone, no prayer, just out of sight. A shallow lie in the preacher's land, while my boots still held the desert sand. Guess you figured I was gone for good. Should've checked the grain in the coffin wood. I was 3 towns west when the fire came. Smelled the smoke, but I felt no shame. You lit that match with a coward's hand. Now I'm back to burn what I understand. I ain't here for justice, ain't here to beg. Just brought a flask and a sharpened leg. Your words were nails, your hands were stone. Now the wind hums hymns in a broken tone. The church still leans where we carved our names. One's burned out, one's still flames. Heard you buried me like a curse you wrote in a borrowed suit and a liar's coat. But the dirt don't stick and the grave won't hold. You can't kill what you sold. I walked through town and the dogs all fled. Every porch light flickered red. I seen your name scratched off the jail, but I got your scent and I never fail. Vengeance ain't loud, it waits, it learns, and when it comes, it don't return. The well ran dry the day I fell, but I came back riding straight from hell. You played the judge, now play the prey. A reckoning wears no face today. Heard you buried me, tried to dig your peace, but I brought a fire that don't release. Ash to ash, lie to lie. You can't kill what won't die. No, you can't kill what won't die. I ain't here to haunt, I'm here to end. There's no mercy, just the debt you send. Heard you buried me like a dog in the dust, but the grave gave back what it couldn't trust. Now your house don't stand, your name don't breathe. You gave the knife, I brought the teeth. You can run, you can cry, you can pray or plead, but you can't kill what you freed. No, you can't kill what you free.